Hello and welcome to Fundy Fortunes. A very warm welcome. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath and an intuitive reader as well. Right now, I've put my smudge up this morning of sage and sweetgrass, and I have cleansed the cards with the stones. I've cleansed the stones themselves, and I've cleansed myself. So now it's your turn. Just to send some sweetgrass and sage your way to cleanse out the energies. It can't hurt, right? There you go. There you go, guys. Okay. All right, so I'd like to start off, first off, right off the top, just take 2 seconds here to say thank you to all the viewers, subscribers, and all the interest that's been shown to the channel. Right from my heart, right out to yours. It's very much appreciated. I appreciate the support at 150%. This is a general reading, and some of this may resonate with you on a personal level. Some may not resonate with you on a personal level. If you find that you like this reading and you'd like to have a private reading, I do provide that service. All the information pertaining to private readings and Fundy Fortunes is found in the description box below this video window. So is the subscription button. And in case you didn't know and you're new to YouTube, subscriptions are free. All right? So all it does is it just, every time Fundy Fortunes posts anything new, you'll be notified via your email notification that we've done so. That way you don't miss anything and you can keep on top of it. So what I've done for you today, this is the reading for Scorpio, mid-month August reading 2016. I've done a 5-card spread using my online, this is what I use for my online readings, is the Oceanic Tarot. 5 cards. I pull one significator from my other deck that I have called Simply Tarot. That's a signification card for the overall reading. Let me see, what else am I forgetting? Oh, there's 5 placements where the cards go down for the Oceanic deck. The first card covers your overall energy of the reading. The second card is your finance and your wealth, anything pertaining to money. Your third one is your heart, romance, love, home, anything to do with your heart, but things closest to it. And the fourth card, it will be your challenges for mid-month August, and the 5th card is your message from Spirit, and then I pulled the 6th card from the deck of tarot. Having said all that, it was longer than 2 seconds. It was like 2 minutes, 31 seconds. Sorry. Let's get to it. First card that I pulled for you today, Scorpio, in your overall energies, the moon. It's all about illusion. It's a very pretty card. I like this card a lot. Okay, so, illusion. This is the Moon Watcher. This card is the Moon Watcher. So, what you see from the past, or at this point with anybody in their life when they're looking into the past, it's all about illusions. It's memories. The reality of the situations that are your memories pulling you back into are long, 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 long gone. Excuse me. For those of you in love, love may seem perfect as well under the light of the moon, or the moon has been romanticized in songs and poems and stories and movies. The moon always has a focal point. Even when it's just us alone by ourselves underneath the moonlight looking up, there's a strong essence of something that goes on in our relation to the moon. When you are, excuse my clocks, I should have shut them off. I'm sorry about that. When you're in love, because things can become, in a way, an illusion, because we're carried to another level. We're our reality. We're still here in reality, but the inner part of us that longs for love and romance, and I think even the hardest of us do secretly kind of are mooned over by that, no pun intended. Everything may seem perfect under the light of the moon, but will it stand the test of time when it comes to the reality of life? You need to take at this time, Scorpio, and listen to your instincts. Because, when your conscious level sees something, and you're taking a situation in or a relationship in, and you're thinking about it, we always want to go with the good. If you have a well-balanced, healthy mind, you're always looking at the positive. But all may not be as it seems right now for you. There's possibility for a couple of you Scorpio out there that it's not what you think it is. For some reason, I feel nudged to say some of you are being slightly misled. I don't know why. It's just that it's there. Another meaning with this card, it can also represent for some of you Scorpios that are fears, old memories resurfacing, and you're trying to work through an emotional block. For one or two of you, you're in a new relationship and you're really, really wanting this to go somewhere, but there's things from the past that keep, there's a block, there's an emotional block, and you're trying to work through that, and you're doing your darndest to do that. For some of you, you're really like going, oh, I want this one to work, and I don't want to be hung up on this or hung up on that from what happened before with somebody else, but there's these fears there. And the fears, again, are an emotion. The fears are almost like an illusion at this point for you. Excuse me, I got an awful frog here this morning. I apologize. The advice is to take time to work the best way forward. Your intuition does hold the answers to the questions that are being posed before you right now. Pay attention, though. The card advises to your feelings and your dreams and your feelings within any dreams that you may have. In the bigger picture, though, outside of the dreams, you need to rely on logic. Is it logical to take a mistake or something that was put against you, say, 5 or 6 years ago, and rush it into the present and put it right between you and this other person in this brand new relationship? That's not logical. The card's advising you some logic in this situation. The keywords for this card are the unconscious, doubt, decision, and dilemmas. Some sadness in the past of yesteryear. You have to be careful of these things. I'm being nudged to tell some of you right off the get-go, you need to remain really, really grounded and in the now right now. In the now. It's vitally important for you. If you stay in the now and use your logic, your chance for success in any new relationships right now are going to be heightened. The chance of success will be heightened for you. That's going to take a little work for some of you, and you're feeling almost some angst inside, saying, I don't want to work this hard. I don't want to. But this is what successful relationships are all about, especially when we're trying to make them grow. You have to put some effort into it. Okay, so the second card that I drew for you, Scorpio, in your house of finance, and it's a good card. It's a card of pentacles. It's a 10 of pentacles. That represents pentacles, represent money, gold discs, deniers, the diamonds, that kind of thing. And it represents luck. Okay. The card indicates that good luck is coming right at you. It's coming your way. There could be, because of this luck, could bring about celebrations because of a windfall that for some of you could be very unexpected. This sounds really dumb to say, but the nudge is there and I have to put it out there. So if this applies to anybody, please comment in the comment section down below that this hit home for you. Somebody in the city of Moncton is going to win a lottery, and it's going to be substantial. So I've put that out there. For the rest of you not from this part of the world or from Canada, you won't know what I mean when I say Moncton, but Moncton's another city, probably about an hour and a half drive from where I'm at right now. And ironically, the city of Moncton holds the head office for one of the lottery corporations here. I just had the nudge that somebody in Moncton is going to win a substantial amount. I hope it's somebody I know or that knows me, and they love me to pieces. Joking. Anyway, half joking. Anyways, this financial windfall for anybody else, anybody outside of Moncton, it brings financial stability. It's enough money that it's going to make you really comfortable for quite a while to come if you're careful with the money. You hear the horror stories of lottery wins. Somebody wins $12, $15, $20 million, and 3 years later they're flat broke and they're more poor than when they won the lottery. That's sick to me. A feeling of overwhelming feeling of dread. Oh my goodness. And I do feel bad for them. Most people wouldn't, but I still feel bad for them. But anyways, this card's going to give a lot of you a lot of it's pointing at stability. So stability doesn't mean you're going to fritter it away. It means it's going to make your whole life stable. That stability overlaps, I feel to say for some of you, that it overlaps into your family life, into your relationships, and everything just gets better all the way around. You know, money can't buy you happiness, but it can sure make the ride in life a lot easier to take if you have no financial worries. You be responsible with the money. Help out your friends and your family where you can. Don't give it all away. You got to keep some for yourself, but be generous with those that mean a lot to you, and look in your past and see during the hard times, emotionally or financially, who was there for you, and pay it back. Give it to them. Uplift their life a little bit more. Because you know what? I'll tell you this. When you do things like this, and when you do that, you're not expecting anything in return. But the people you're giving to, you feel like they've already given to you a long time before. And this is a way of giving back to them. So you're not expecting anything back from this gesture. But the universe and the law of attraction, I can tell you right now, you will be richly rewarded. Maybe not financially down the road because of the actions you take with the money. Um, it'll come back in other ways. It could solidify relationships and make them more concrete. And you look like the essence of what stability is all about. So you're going to have a lot of family and friends, and they're not going to be around to use you for your money. There's going to be a feeling of high respect around you, a feeling of admiration. And there's the nudge again. The admiration is going to be there because they're watching how you're handling this money, and they're very proud of you. Okay, so the next card, or the next meaning here on this card, let's see what else. Um, all your family irritations will disappear. Isn't that wonderful? And there'll be a big, big family gathering. And all the aunts, uncles, and cousins, I had a card like this the other day in one of the readings. I couldn't stop giggling because when it says the family irritations will disappear, this reunion thing goes on every couple of years with your family, and this is when people, relatives, cousins, aunts, uncles, they all come from far, far away, and it's a big deal, and it's huge. Family, when the extended family starts coming in, this is huge, and it lasts like a whole week long, and you love it to a point. But on the other hand, there's relatives. Here I go again. Relatives that drive you crazy. You love all your relatives, without question. You just don't like some of them. You can love them without really liking them. And some of them, there's the uncle that always slaps you on the back or too hard or tosses your hair or if you're female, hugs you too hard for a bit too long and it's uncomfortable and you cringe every time it happens. And then you have the aunt who's always sticking her nose in your private business, wanting to know every little detail. Tell Auntie everything. You can talk to me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go there with her, all right. And these are things you dread. And as I said, there's always a cousin Eddie in the background who just drives you crazy. What you're going to see at this reunion is, I might have gotten this for Scorpio for the monthly, and maybe that's why it's come up again. But you're going to see with some of these family members have toned down. You might find the uncle that drove you crazy might have passed away, and you'll be feeling his absence for some, and you'll be checking yourself, going, why does that overwhelm me? Why am I so sad? I guess I love the guy. I just didn't like him all the time, but I'm really sad that he's not here. The other people that are irritants, Auntie has learned to back off and mind her business because she found herself in trouble over it and thought, never again. I've learned my lesson. The cousin Eddie that you know on sight just ugh he made you cringe. Everything about he's changed. He's matured. He's grown up. You know, he had no manners and now he does. He stopped picking his nose. You know, this kind of thing. And he's changed a lot. And you're like, wow. You know, and you're almost starting to like the guy. These kind of things are going on. This financial windfall with this card could bring the celebration together even more than before. But this time there will be some changes for you, very pleasant ones indeed. Okay, so um, they're at this family gathering, if not at the gathering, just before or just after, some of the closer relatives are going to announce an engagement, a wedding, or a cohabitation, or introducing somebody new into the family fold. That could happen too. and it's showing up in your card, because this isn't somebody that's living the other side of the country, or down in the States somewhere. This is somebody close to you. That's why it's in your card, and it matters to you, and it's showing up for you because it pertains to you to a point. The keywords for this card are love, luck, money, generosity, family, and completeness. So for you Monctonians, somebody there is winning a substantial lottery. Heads up on all the things that's going to come out of that. It's really entertaining and amusing and very interesting. The third card that I pulled for you, Scorpio, in your love, romance, in your heart sector, is the Ace of Wands, and it's all about growth. Beautiful seahorse. I like seahorses. This card brings about beginnings, intuition, adventures, ideas, some creative flow going on, success, and fertility. For those of you that have been trying to become with child and grow your family, or maybe it's the first baby in the family, first grandchild, first niece or nephew within the family. Some of you have been trying that, and it's showing you're going to be successful, so don't give up and don't stop trying. Your time will come. This is time for you to step up your power and then step into it. Try, if you're into creating things, try to invent something new and a little bit different. You could take an old idea and put a new spin onto it. Talk to people. Get in the creative zone. For some of you Scorpios, you're on fire right now. You're in the zone and you're on fire. And I feel an inner smile. I know what it is to be in the creative zone, and it is one of the most fantastic places to be, mentally and emotionally, subconsciously, consciously. It's like stepping into and sliding into another dimension. It's a great place to be. For those of you that are going through that right now, I envy you. It's wonderful. What you say now to others as well will be very well received. If you need help with something, and you need somebody's help, and you have to go to them, and you have to contact them, and you have to talk to them, now's the time to do it right now. Don't wait. These energies, they don't float around for very long. The energies are volatile. What I mean by that is the changes of the energies. You can low energy, high energy, midstream, a really good flow, a slow flow. You do it now. Right now is the time to approach somebody. If you need a little bit of help getting a project off the ground, now's the time to do it. Communications are very good right now. Share any visions you have right now with your closest friends and those that matter. Okay? It's safe to do that with those that matter. If you have any plans in the making right now, wedding-wise, romantic-wise, asking someone out on that first date, waiting to be asked out on the first date and waiting to go, yes, I'll go out with you. Yes, I'll date you. Yes, I'll marry you. Yes, we can be boyfriend and girlfriend. These are the things going on right now. Anything, Scorpio, that you desire, and you're saying, okay, I'm done thinking about this. I'm done dreaming and daydreaming about it. Now's the time. That's it. I'm moving everything out of the way, and I'm just going to fly forward, and I'm just going to do this. Go ahead and do it. It's a really good time for it. Your fourth card that I pulled for you, Scorpio, is the King of Pentacles, and this is your challenges for mid-August. It's all about trust. This man is a man of ambition. He's the King of Pentacles, again, with the money card, money and creativity. A man who is ambitious, and he's trustworthy, and he's protective as well. He commits to a project or a relationship until the end. Sometimes this is the you card. In this case, I'm going to say this is you, Scorpio. This is you, absolutely, for sure. They're all falling. You have the major arcana for Pentacles, the King, the top guy, and you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles in here as well. These are good signs. Anything from money making, money ventures, creative projects are all right now the energy is like, it's starting to swell. It's swelling up. And taking forefront in your life with that. So any projects or even relationships, see them through to the very end. Some of you are a powerful business owner, and some of you are leaders. And here's the beautiful thing about you. You're not the type of a business leader or a powerful businessman that says, well, I am who I am, and I'm in the position that I'm in because I don't get my hands dirty on these things anymore. I have people beneath me to do that. That's not you, Scorpio. You protect your business, even if you're chairman of the board. You protect this business like it's your own child. And nobody knows what's better for that child than you do. And you will always, always, even well into your later years, if you still have this baby and it's growing along with you, you will still pull up the sleeves, loosen the tie, roll up your pants, and get down and dirty when it needs to be, because it keeps you in touch with your creativity, what you have created. So that's really good. You're very well balanced that way, and you're so intense about it. And anybody that works for you and anybody that knows you well, they know what you're like. You don't let anything go through unless it passes by your desk first. You're on top of it all. When this is the U card in a reading, it also represents a lot of generosity and a lot of love. I love seeing that within a card pertaining to the viewer, you in particular. Okay, this card that's meant for you that's watching this video, because that's what the world is really all about. It's about love, generosity, respect, caring for each other, filling a need when you see a need empty, somebody's needing, you fill that need. You're very much, I know it sounds kind of stupid to say, but human-oriented. You're all about people and humanity. You get off on humanity and being in those kind of situations. Like when thousands of people come together to celebrate something or to honor something, you're right there in that crowd, and it moves the very core of you. Scorpions are very deeply emotional. They may not always show it. Sometimes scorpions, how a scorpion has a sting? They look like they're ready to reach out and sting anybody that gets too close or gets too tries to penetrate beyond the surface of what you are as a scorpion. You will sting them. But you are also so grounded in just the basics of humanity and what it means to be a human. You're very intense when it comes. And when you love, it's deeply and intensely. Right now, the advice of this card is to protect what's yours while helping others on their way up the ladder. And aren't you a great guy? You'll reach down and help somebody out by giving, but you'll also help them to help themselves. And that is very, very cool. That moves me when to see that, to know that, to watch that happening. When somebody says, I don't need a hand out, I need a hand up. And you're right there going, let's go. And as hard as you can work is the message that you send out, the more help you're going to get and the further you're going. And I'm going to be right here watching you and looking out over you, and I will help you up to help yourself. That's just amazing to me. The key word for this card is money, protection, power, loyalty, stability, leadership, and contentment. Nudge to tell some of you, the challenge for the mid-month of August is to not let yourself be taken advantage of. You're not easily swayed that way. Most people can't pull the wool over your eyes, but if you're overworked and you're really way too busy for your own good, because sometimes it's just, you wish for business and then it's like too much of a good thing and you can't stay on top of it, be careful. There's always one human in the crowd that is they're least favorable as a human, least desirable as a human being, because their priorities and their ethics are really, really messed up. And you'd like to help fix this person, but right now you have to keep your eye on them and protect yourself from them. There's always one. Just remember that. All right. So that was your challenge for the month, mid-month. And the last card is your message from Spirit. Two of Pentacles, another Pentacles, and this is all about options. Keywords for this card Our choices, property, finances, balance, judgment, contracts, and details. The advice of this card is to pay attention. This is your message from Spirit. Pay attention to the details of any agreements or offers that come before you and pass by your way. Look for long-term benefits rather than the short-term gain. Excuse me. The 2 shows that a decision is underway with you, Scorpio, right now. You can mull out your options, think them over. Mostly, overall, the options that you pick will bring you a positive outcome, and that pertains to job, travel for study, vacations, work vacations. Things will turn out quite well. Just felt the nudge to tell some of you are flying away, and yes, this is a vacation, and this is the 3rd time this has shown up in the last 2 days in the readings I've been doing for the mid-monthly. This is a work/vacation. You're business-oriented. You're looking to expand, expand your business into the place that you're going to. You need to check out what the market is and what the numbers are for that province or that state, that territory, and see what the #1 industry is, which you're already aware of, but you need the numbers on that. And although you can get that from the internet, you want to go right to home base. You want to go right to the source and feel out that market. So for some of you, that's what you're going to be doing, and this is coming on you very, very quickly. So the 2 does point out that there is a decision that needs to be made about something. I can't see what it is. Some of you, the potential there is that you're going to be moving into a new home. Be careful of your personal finances. They could become drained if you're not really, really careful. You may have enough wiggle room there that you can juggle the books a little bit to make the books balance, your financial books. And that's all good and dandy. Always look, and this is another message from Spirit, always look at the long-term gain in the bigger picture. Don't look for short-term rewards, instant rewards, or instant gain. The big picture, as long as you look at that the payoff will come down the road after that. Once everything has been balanced out, you do have a bit of wiggle room. Just be extra careful about where the money's going to, and you should be fine with that. Now, the significator card that I drew for you. This is the first time I've had her from the deck of tarot. It's the High Priestess. Okay. Now, let me get my little book out for her. She's a major arcana, which emphasizes the power and the meaning behind the card even more so. Let's see here. Purple. Yeah, she's way up front here. I should have looked her up to save time here. Sorry about the wait. Just give me one moment. Let's see. Here she is. She came up upright. No reverse on her. I'll read verbatim from the book for you. The High Priestess is a complicated card, representing a woman's sexuality and yet virginity at the same time. It also symbolizes wise judgment, animation, and strong creative abilities. Well, I mean, it's common sense. You don't need to be sexually active to have a sexual essence about yourself. Some people are naturally that way, and that's what they put out there. This could be for some of you that you're in a relationship and you haven't gone that far yet. You know what I mean by gone that far, right? Of course you do. This is a woman that's very animated. And again, we come down to creative abilities. She's highly creative. So for any males out there right now, you businessmen out there, you could meet her and be drawn to her because of that. That's just the simple. She's in the reading for a reason. Okay? This woman could be, I feel to tell some of you, an enigma. She's not 17 or 18 or 19 years old. This woman could be well into 32, 32 and still a virgin. For her own reasons, she is this way. Because this is an attractive woman, a very, what some would say, she's very, very sexy, I guess is the word that the card wants to enforce here. And she's an enigma to you because you can't figure out how long somebody this beautiful, this together, this strong, has gotten this far in life without copulating with another human being, and you're not quite sure why. And you're wondering about her sexual orientation. This woman is straight. She is not gay. She's not lesbian, homosexual, or bi, or anything like that. She is your heterosexual as they come. She has made a vow to herself somewhere in her past that she's partly due to cautious actions of not wanting to run into any health problems because of that. Somebody's going to meet this lady, and it'll be through business. Scorpio, somebody's going to meet this lady through business. Contact, heads together, working on new ideas, creative ideas, letting her have a lot of say in a project that you find yourself coming together on. You're going to have a high level of respect because this woman seems to be so in control of everything and really knows her stuff. And you're impressed. And you're thinking, thank my lucky stars I met this lady. It may not come into anything. This could be a woman meeting another businesswoman. That's simple, and you're just blown away. Where have you been? I needed you 2 years ago. I'm so glad you're here now. And you can't be thankful enough to the stars that this person came into your life and crossed your path. Scorpio, this is your reading. It's your reading for mid-August. I hope that you enjoyed it. It seemed to cover a lot of different people for me, I was feeling, from different walks of life. From, somebody that's social and financial wise is way down at the lower end of the scale, right up to the powerful CEO of any business, and everybody in between. This reading can apply to, and I think it will resonate with some of you. Anyway, we're running into 32 minutes of time here for mid-monthly. It's crazy. But I don't stop until I ring all the meanings out of the cards. I don't give a darn how long it is. I'm the one that pays for that. You may pay for it in the time it takes you to watch the video, but it's going to take over 4 hours to upload this video onto YouTube. I wish I had fiber optics. It would be faster because high speed's not cutting it. Anyway, Scorpio, I'm going to stop right here. For those of you that haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. As I said, it's always free, and you can leave anytime you like. And that way you're not going to miss a September reading for Scorpio, which will be coming out in another week or two, I hope. Anyways, hope to see you back here, Scorpio. September is going to be interesting. I just know it is. So please check back. And for now, have a good day, have a good week, and have a wonderful mid-month August. See you later. Bye-bye.